We have drilling going on in neighborhoods, people of color. We have production, oil production going on in neighborhoods, people of color and immigrants. The one thing that this system has in common is it goes after people who don't have a voice, don't have economic power. I took all those actors on a tour to all the drilling sites in their city that they had no idea about, because they're all in poor neighborhoods, mostly in neighborhoods of people of color. And again, it's going back to this idea of empowering frontline communities and giving them a voice and giving them materials and giving them resources to be able to fight for themselves. It becomes very easy for me to stand next to someone who's living next to a drill site and hand them the mic when the spotlight comes on me. I just drag them into it and then let them tell their story. This movie is a great organizing tool. You immediately understand the issue. You understand that there's another way we can go, that we're not just stuck with fracking or drilling, that there is actually a new way to go, which gives you a lot of political freedom. It gives you a kind of political credibility in the state. Right now, Florida, you get most of your energy now from the Midwest. You're wheeling in power from the Midwest. That's billions of dollars that you're sending out of state to another state that should be staying here in this state. You have all the sun in the world here. Sunshine State. And so it's much easier for you to make this transition than it would be for us in New York. And this is where all the new jobs are. This is where all the new wealth will be. The more people know about it, the easier it is for them to understand what the dynamics are behind this. The dynamics are is we're going to come in and we're going to do whatever we want in your backyard, and you just have to shut up and take it. It doesn't fit the spirit of our country. And so the more we engage in these conflicts, the more we bring people in on our side.
One of the ways Governor Cuomo was able to do what he did in New York was because there were about 200 communities in New York that had already adopted bans or moratoriums. And you're not talking about not just small communities, or the word small communities, but you're about Albany, Syracuse, Buffalo, the whole waterway that led down to New York City banned fracking. And he knew that if he allowed fracking, even test drilling, he would get sued the very next day by 200 communities. So the impetus in every state, including Florida, is adopt these bans and moratoriums in your own community, so you have this stable that as it continues, you have a way to fight back.
Will you endorse me? Will you campaign with me? And will you fundraise with me? And so everybody just erupted. And at that point, he says, well, I don't know about the campaigning and the fundraising. I'll have to get back with you on that, but I can definitely endorse you. And so he says, come on up. So came on up front. We got arm in arm, and I got a picture on Facebook. And so it was a really surreal moment. It was very cool for me as an activist, because as an activist, Mark Ruffalo is one of my heroes. So he's amazing. His acting is brilliant, but his activism is just as or more amazing than his acting is, if you can imagine. He's a really good person. So.